Hi, good afternoon to everyone who's attending from IITB, and good evening to our guests who are joining us from the National University of Singapore. So, today I would like to welcome on behalf of the International Relations Office of IIT Bombay two guests from the National University of Singapore. We have Professor Chung and Benjamin Day from the Academic Program Business Unit, who will be taking this webinar regarding the MSc degree in data science and machine learning at NUS. So I would like to start out by giving a short, brief introduction about Professor Chung. So Professor Chung is the director of the MSc in data science and machine learning course at NUS. And he has a PhD in computer science from the University of Waterloo in Canada. And he has been with the Department of Mathematics at the National University of Singapore since 2001. He has also served as the project committee member and the chairman for several international bioinformatics conferences, such as the International Conference on Molecular Biology, Intelligent Systems, and the European Conference on Computational Biology. In addition, he has also served as the editorial board and guest editor of 8 international bioinformatics journals. And Benjamin is with the Academic Programs Business Unit at National University of Singapore. So I would like to extend our gratitude on behalf of the International Relations Office for you to join us today and take this session. So just before we begin the session, I'd like to describe what the mode will be. So we will have a presentation by Professor Cheng, and if you have any questions, you can put them down in the chat box. Benjamin will be replying to your questions in the chat box, and the ones that will remain, we will take it up in the Q&A segment, which will be right after the presentation. And all of your questions will be answered. I noticed that some of you are sending me messages on private. So I guess if you can send them to Benjamin, he will be able to respond. And if you want to stay anonymous, then of course you can send them out in private and I can read them out to the panelists at the end of the presentation. So thank you so much, and over to you, Professor, and we're hoping for a great session. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Marie-Ji, for arranging this briefing session for our data science program. I'm Luoxi Zhang, so academic director of Master of Science and the machine learning graduate program. So why data science? So today, there's a massive explosion in data. So online shopping is very common today. So we do online every day. We buy the food online. So we buy the clothing online. We even can sell the house online now. So we also have the stream live lecture every day now. So therefore, you see, every day, even every second, so social media, Internet of Things, and the mobile of all produce big data. No matter you like or not, data revolution has come. Data science is transforming industries as well as daily life. For example, news are classified on online news providers such as Yahoo or Google. So this is very convenient for everybody. Walmart is very successful in applying the data science to improve their business. For example, so by analyzing the Facebook user data, Walmart identified that the Facebook user were very crazy about cock pops food in United States. So after finding this, so Walmart immediately made a decision to introduce the food into the Walmart store. So data science also play important roles in risk management. So my research is about data science in biomedicine. So we develop an algorithm for prediction the drug responses. We also design algorithm to predict the cancers. So in February, we also wrote a paper about COVID-19. So the paper analyzes the COVID-19 transmission data collected in Singapore, also China. So our paper provide evidence for physical distancing. So what is the data size? Data size is about how to transfer data into information. There's a misconception that data science is all about the statistics. Statistics is important, but it's not the only one that is important for data science. Many machine learning algorithms are based on the linear algebra applications. Data science need good understandings of mathematics. Data scientists also have to be very good at computer technology. Computer technology is used to analyze enormous data and works with complex algorithms. So lastly, the domain knowledge is also important for data scientists. It is not just plugging machine learning algorithm on whatever data available. It does work almost every time. Because the data science is an emerging science, so in last year we established this master degree program, data science, master science in data science and machine learning. This is a interdisciplinary graduate degree program by nature. So it is designed to nurture the leaders in data science. It is joined offered by three departments, Department of Mathematics, Department of Computer Science, and the Department of Statistics and Applied Probability. In recent years, both Department of Mathematics, Department of Computer Science at NUS has been ranked among top 15 in the QS World University ranking by subject. So the program also supported by the Faculty of Engineering and the Seoul Swee Hong School of Public Health. So these two faculties participated in teaching. So the overall program has a flexible curriculum structure. So the student need to take and pass 5 core modules and 5 elective modules. These are the core modules. So the optimization for large-scale data-driven inferences, the introduction to big data for industry, foundations of machine learning, a capstone project module. The last one is cloud computing. There are about 30 elective modules. Most of these modules are shared with the other graduate certificate programs. For example, 3 modules are shared with the GC in data science for quantitative finance. The 2 modules are shared with the GC in deep learning for data scientists. There are also other modules in mathematics, statistics, and computing for students to take. So here are the admission criteria for the programs. So the applicant need to have a bachelor or 4-year bachelor degree in quantitative science, including mathematics, applied computational mathematics, statistics and physics, engineers of computer science, information science. Applicant have to take an English test if the teaching language is not English. The student the applicant can choose TOEFL or IE LTS. So for different tests, we have the pass scores. For example, for the TOEFL internet-based test, the pass score is 85. For the IELTS test, the passing score is 6.0. So in summary, so the application document includes a resume. We like to see industrial internship or project in the resume, official transcript of your study, as well as the English test report. For this master program, the reference letters are optional. So the study start in August every year, so it take about 12 to 24 months. We expect the student to finish the program in 1.5 years on average. This is the tuition fee and living expense. So the tuition fee for next year is 48,000 Singapore dollars plus 7% GST, which is roughly 55,000 Singapore dollars. So one Singapore dollar is about 53.5 India rupee, roughly. So in total, so the cost is about 57,000 per year. Singapore. This is a Singapore dollar. So there are many data science graduate programs. So why NUS master science data science and machine learning program? So our program is a interdisciplinary program. So it has a robust curriculum. So being in the program, student can learn from different subjects in computer science, math, statistics, as well as data science analytics and machine learning. So being this program, a student can choose different specializations. For example, so we offer the specializations in quantitative finance. By collaborating with the School of Public Health, we offer data science specializations in healthcare informatics. By collaborating with the Faculty of Engineers, so we offer data science specializations in Internet of Things. We also have a specialization in data science in computer vision. So we also have a great teaching team. So from the Department of Mathematics, we have Professor Ying Che, so who is expert in finance, quantitative finance. Also Professor Hui Ji, so who is expert in the computer vision. The Dr. Li Chanxiao is got the degree from Princeton University, so is whose research interest including the application of data science. Me myself is a data science person in biomedicine. From a statistics department, so we have Professor Alex Thierry, who is also expert in quantitative finance. From a computer science, we have the Dr. Sykes Gilbert, who is expert in the algorithm design for distributed systems. We also have Dr. Li Xiaoli, so who is leading research in the machine learning field, who is the head of a machine intellection department in our research institute, Institute of Infocom Research. Okay, so finally, so we have a lovely learning environment in Singapore. So you chose us, so we chose you. So basically, so we target the student who wish to upskill to a data scientist and an AI expert for the emerging data-driven economy. Um, the program has two options, the full-time, also part-time. So we also welcome the aspiring engineers who needed to integrate data science and machine learning technique to help their company's operation. Finally, so the application for the 2021 intake has opened. So it's 15 October 2020. So the closing time is 31st January 2021. You may also log on to our website for more information. And if you uh, have more questions about our program. So I think I should stop here. Thanks.
Sure. Thank you, Professor Chung. I think we can move ahead with the Q&A segment.
Yes.
So, sure, perfect. So, I have received a lot of questions on the chat privately as well as people who would put them down for everyone. So, I guess I'll start with the first one. So, if someone is already enrolled in the MSc in Applied Statistics and Informatics at IIT Bombay, could they still apply for this course? And what would be the procedure for the same?
Uh, So you mean the procedure for application?
I think so. So, would they be eligible for a second master's if they already have a master's in Applied Statistics and Informatics?
Of course. So we welcome everyone. So if so if he is interested in the data science, so it's
Sure. Okay. Thank you. And the procedure would be the same as a regular applicant, right?
yes. So basically we only have one channel for this application. We don't accept the transfer.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. So there is another question by a student who is a first year student, and they want to know how can they enter the world of machine learning and data science. What would be your advice to them, to first year students?
So as I mentioned, so the data science or machine learning is kind of interdisciplinary field. So the student need to learn basic mathematical statistics also, as well as computer science courses. Uh, so it's I think this is so the data science basically is a kind of it's a wisdom rather than genius. So this for this as a student also have to conduct the internship to learn the real experiences to play with the data. So
Right. Thank you for the advice, sir. I think we can move ahead to the next question. So Harsh has a question that whether a student with a bachelor's in mechanical engineering, can a student from mechanical engineering apply for this degree? Because it wasn't specifically mentioned on the admissions criteria slide.
yeah, but yes, we accept the student from mechanical engineer background. So we take the student with engineer bachelor degrees.
Sure. Thank you for clarifying that. And the next question is by Aditya, and he wants to know whether there are scholarships available for international students.
Unfortunately, there's no scholarship for international student. So the overall program is a self-financed program. So we don't provide any scholarship for international students.
Okay, sure. And Amay has a question. Will the PPT be shared with us later? So yeah, we are recording the session and we'll put it up on our YouTube channel and we'll share the link with you. And yeah, so you can check this out later if you want to. The
Okay.
next question, yes. Uh, Moving forward to the next question, which is by Harsh. So, is the fees of 57,000 Singapore dollars per year, or is it the complete fees for 1.5 years?
The 50,000 it's a cost of per year. This is an estimate, including the living expenses. So the tuition fee is for the entire program.
Okay, sure. Great. Thank you for clarifying, sir. And Harsh has another question. Can you tell us what will be the status of the classes? Will they be online or offline after June of 2021?
So currently we offer the courses online. I'm not sure. So what I hope so we can offer the courses. Every course is offline after June 2021. But I think it's quite likely. So offline teaching is quite likely after the June 2021.
Great. That's great to hear, sir. Okay. So the next question is by Harsha, and they have a question. If we haven't had enough research experience during our bachelor's undergraduate course, will this hurt our application?
We basically we locate the GPAs so GAPs so of the student. So I think it's as long as the GAP is it's high, so we accept the student so without experience.
Sure, understood. Thank you, sir. I hope that answers the question. We have a question by Shubham, and he wants to know what opportunities are available for students who are interested in research. I think he means after joining, what opportunities would be available for students to do their own research.
This is a tricky question. Basically, our program of uh, is designed for train the student for industry. So it's of course. So after this study in our program, the student can continue to study in any PhD program, but our focus is not in the research.
All right, got it. Thank you for answering that, sir. So, moving ahead to the next question, Aditya wants to know whether there is an option to pursue this course online.
Currently, so the student so the study in their home country. Most of the student study in the home country, but so after the pandemic is over, so we expect the student to come to Singapore. To study on the campus. We don't really offer any online study in a normal situation.
Sure, all right. Thank you, sir. So we have exhausted the questions that we had on the chat, but we did receive a few questions in the registration form. So I think we can go ahead with those. And in the meanwhile, if anyone has more questions, they're free to put it down in the chat box. Right. And I think you already answered this one in another question, but if you could touch upon again So there's somebody who doesn't know anything about data science and machine learning. Can they still apply, or do they already need to have some experience in data science?
No, we take the fresh student, graduate student with a master degree.
All right, sure. Thank you, sir. And so the next question is that if you could tell us a little bit about the Singapore student pass that the application form requires.
See, what is the first part of the question?
Can you tell us about the Singapore student pass that the
Oh,
application form requires?
okay. So basically, where we uh, uh, accept you, so we will offer the, so we take the risk. We are in charge of apply the student pass.
All right. Okay, I hope that answers the question. We have another question in the chat by Harsh. What are the placement and internship opportunities available?
Um, and there are quite a number of large companies. So in Singapore, so we can place the internship in these large companies. For example, so we have the Google data center in Singapore for the Asia. So we also have the others, the large banks, investment banks in Singapore who also take the data science interns. Um, Also, Bloomberg also have a branch in Singapore. So, but we do,
Sorry,
we
go ahead.
don't we don't really have too much experience, too much information for this now because the first intake just come in August. So.
All right, sure. Thank you for the information, sir. And finally, I think one last question, which is sort of a broad question. So somebody wants to know that if they want to excel in data science, where should they start from, and what are the things that they must learn?
I guess it's the programming you have to master the program well. So the Python programming, R programming. So this is the two most useful programming language for so for the data science career.
Right. All right. So thank you for answering that. I think we have reached the end of our questions. Um, we have one more question just popping up right now. So Harsh wants to know, will housing be made available during the program to be on campus?
I'm sorry if I could not answer this question because normally though the housing on the campus are provided for the graduate student, also undergraduate student. But I'm not sure whether the student in this kind of a self-finance program can apply the housing on campus or not. I need to check out. Maybe I can answer him through the email after uh, check with our colleagues.
All right, sure.
Yeah, actually, I think Benjamin already provided some web link.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yeah. So perhaps the students can check out more based on the information that I provided in the chat function. Yeah.
Great. Okay. And for the interest of those who will be watching this recording later, I'll read out the answer for the student pass that Benjamin has put down in the chat. So the student pass and visas will be taken care by NUS, and NUS will initiate a registration with the Immigration and Checkpoints Authority, ICA, on behalf of the student with regards on the student pass application. And I guess with that, we can end this session. And if any of the attendees have more questions, they can reach out to pgc@nus.edu.sg if they would like to have a personalized chat with the admissions counselor for the program. And thank you so much. Thanks, Professor Chung and Benjamin, for joining us for the session. We really got to know a lot about the program through this, and hope to see you again sometime. Thank you so much for this.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Mergi, and thank you, IIT Bombay. Yeah, hope to see the students soon at NUS.
Yes. Thank you to all of the attendees for joining in.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Prof. Chang.
Thank you, Benjamin.